All right, and we're back here. Second map is going to be ready right away, so we'll have no time to introduce this, but it really doesn't need much of an introduction. This is already a great match with compLexity winning on Inferno. Now we're going to be on Cash, Corey.
Yeah, and the best type of content is actually a game itself. You know, one of the things I also do directing, and one of the things I like to say is, let's just hop direct into a game. And there's no reason to give that precursor, especially the fact that we just had an amazing first map. But look at the start of this. They're waiting for any type of peaks, and the same situation's happening for Get Right.
This is really weird. It seems like they actually studied each other, because normally you wouldn't do this. Get Right in the corner. They're not checking in. Semphis with the opening. Get Right from behind. Gets the one. Oh, actually, that's Forrest with the second shot. And it's working out great right here for NiP. Sean has no time to reload, and he's getting shut down. There's Exist with a kill. And Eco and Nothing, well, they're in the bomb site. They are going to get the bomb down.
They need to get it down. They need, as you can see, Nothing's trying to be able to give that cover fire while he can. It's now it's going to be down to this 2-on-4. Now the rest is in the books here for compLexity. They just need to make some really great moves, and they're in a perfect situation. You've got Nothing who's flanking back around. He's got still a lot of health to work with. There's going to be Hiko down to a 1-on-2. Are you kidding me? Down to a 2-on-4. They decided to go towards that B side, and Hiko and Nothing, they strolled right in towards that B bomb site, and NiP over-rotating towards the A side, and compLexity picking up the round.
This is a real surprise.
Bazinga.
With that kind of start from NiP, that was all the way in the bag. There's no doubt about it. Even with the bomb down, 2-on-4 like that, you should have had that covered. Absolutely. That was such cool play. compLexity bringing it back, and obviously with the momentum they have from that first map, they're going to pick right back up on that right here.
And so right away you can see that Get Right's checking to see over the top. He hasn't spotted anyone. No one has been boosted. Anger's the only player that's close by. Simp is just on the other side to see for a counter boost. I have seen that before, and it actually happens quite a bit that I've seen lately. So we can see Simp is going to go ahead and back away.
That's interesting. And apparently, this is what we just learned during the break. Semphis is actually doing the calling.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, 99% of the calling going on right now is Semphis in the middle of the pack over by the table. And yeah, he's doing everything. Normally it would be Sean.
I'm going to give a shout out to Dustin, Moret, who's giving us this other intel that we can't get the chance to. He sat there and he mentioned to us that Semphis is the one that's going to be the in-game leader. One of the mentions that he said was that this was whenever they decided to smoke up or nade towards that B side. But right now you got Forrest who's opening things up. What I was getting at whenever that threw that nade, Semphis was the one that made that quick call towards the apartments. That's why it was so strange and obscure to see a rush like that. But look at this. They're battling it out, and it's going to be left up to Hiko just like that.
Yeah, not a good task for him here. 20 seconds left. There's actually almost nothing he can do at this point. He's going to have to rush in and try and gun down 3 people, and that really doesn't happen that often. If you can get 1 kill and maybe put the bomb down, that's it. But yeah, I mean, it's almost headshot range, this one, and he's going to be going down. Exist with a triple kill. Once again, it's the in-game leader of NiP bringing it back, and that's obviously a turnaround here for the Swedish team.
Exactly what we were talking about in the first map. In terms of the second round, you just never know anymore. The fact that these pistols are not necessarily getting stronger, maybe the CZ, but the pistols themselves are getting a lot better at utilizing their full potential. You see what happened there with that 5-7 that round. And the other thing is that compLexity walked straight into the Lion's Den where NiP was inside that A-bomb site.
Yeah, what really was really weird about that round is I thought if compLexity was going to lose that round, it would have been the fact that Semphis actually took the bomb all the way up here to the middle. So if he goes down with the bomb here, it's kind of lost in no man's land. But instead, I mean, they got into the bomb site almost, but these 2 people at the back of the site, they did everything. I actually thought that was going to be what lost them the round, but turns out there was just a really good pistol aim by NiP. Now compLexity CSET 75s on every single and body and head armor, so they understand the power of this pistol too.
They Get Right just trying to set up a flash here to delay it out now. They heard them push over the top. Flashbang, fears around. Get Right's going to get taken down by Semphis. And so now they've got that gun down, but they're probably not going to make an attempt there as Forrest has spotted Anger as he crossed through. He gets dropped down to 32 health. But Blaren in the backside of the site, he's joined there by Freiberg. Freiberg picking up 3 in the round. And the bomb will fall and Exist shutting down Semphis. Now score is going to be 2-1 in favor of NiP.
So, semi-successful round coming out from compLexity. I think if they had got that kill on Freiberg and put the bomb down, That would have been great, but still they do some good economic damage to the Swedish team. Being on the CT side, I mean, we saw what happened on Inferno. You even brought that up during that first map. If you keep winning when you only have 1 or 2 people alive, it's really bad in the long run. And NiP, just look at their economy. Only 2 people have any kind of money here.
Well, there's a nice setup, though, as we looked at that previous round. Inside of the B bomb site, both Flaren and Freiburg were set up, and so they were able to team shoot. They were able to get that crossfire action, really causing a lot of damage and picking up the round. Starts to be able to come back around there. Exist with a nice nade to get that entry. If Forrest going to be right around the corner, they're just going to go ahead and try to pick them apart. There's a party for NiP. That's with Get Right, Exist, and Forrest. And Freiburg says, I'll swing over from the B side to pick up one as well. 3-1 now, 2-round lead in favor of NiP.
Oh, nicely done. But this time they only lose to single person, so it's looking a little bit better here. 3-1, you're right. And it's going to be compLexity picking up all AKs and... yeah, a bunch of smokes too. No AWP being spotted in this game so far, and you can use an AWP pretty effectively on cash. If you so choose.
Yep, exactly. So let's see what they decide here to start off this round. You got a push-up that's happening. Look at this. They've got 2 players that have already decided to push all the way back up here. You got Flaren, who's going to have a nice little cross here. Get Right just over the top. And so they've got that area smoked up. They're going to go ahead and smoke that area up again. But so right now they're holding down inside of mid. They've got 3 players that are set up. On the other side, you've got 1 player inside of B, but remember that Flaren is going to be on a quick rotate inside of Vince. And then on the other side of the map you have in the A side is Exist, who's just holding this area down. He's going to try to slow them down. So there's a lot of quick rotates that are happening. You have one that's over there inside of the connector area to rotate quickly towards A, and you have another one inside of Vince, that being Flaren, to rotate towards B. So they're set up for some quick rotates, so we'll see where they decide to hit now.
Oh, it's Get Right with the opening kill. That's very nice. He did take a grenade, so he's down to 53 at this point. And compLexity, well, they lose a whole person right there. Flaren picks up a second one. And now I'm not so sure here on the terrorist side. They seem to be hesitating a lot, and it's costing them just a lot of damage here.
Right now, compLexity is not playing as if they won the first map of this best of 3. As you've got Hiko now down to this 1-on-5, and he will get taken down there by Get Right without shooting a single bullet from that last mag.
Now, speaking of Get Right, who played, well, nowhere near his usual standard on
first
Inferno.
Half. Let's back up. First half, yeah.
So, you know, for him to step it up now might be exactly what NiP need. And then there's the whole, I mean, compLexity. You know, you start off winning the pistol round, and especially the way they did it in a 2-on-4, that feels really good. But when you then lose the second round, that hype train takes a bit of a downturn, and that's a problem. They need to just mentally get back in this. Win 1 round, and I think compLexity could be all right again. With
any competition that you're involved in, momentum is always a factor. No matter how professional you are, as you can see, Exist 3 headshots. Are you kidding? On the A-May, make that 4. And now it's going to be down to this last member, Sean Gares, and Exist knows exactly where he's at. Looking for another one. He picks up 5 kills, 4 of which that was a headshot from that AK. Wow.
I want to see the first 3 kills in like ultra slow motion. I want to see how well he controlled that recoil. That was fantastic. Insane. Absolutely fantastic. 11, 2 and 2 now. And it's Exist once again. I mean, the fact that Get Right's on board now just makes it even more scary, but Exist playing at this level.
Well, Get Right did have more kills than Exist to start that round, but Exist said, I like the taste of being on top of the leaderboard, and so there you have it. He picks up 5 to ensure that he's on top, not only for now, but probably for a little while to come.
We'll see. Semphis in the back there. Is he going to get a chance? He's so close. You see he's ready. If Forrest had been peeking or Get Right had been peeking a little bit more, Semphis would have been there with the AK.
Semphis also just taking advantage of hopping up high enough so he might be able to get a peek there.
There's just a weird standout everywhere. See Hiko over here with the Galil looking towards Flaren. That first kill is everything right now, and it's been NiP getting it for the last 5 rounds.
That door is open towards the inside of A, so that was opened by compLexity member.
Yeah.
I was just curious whether or not it was actually a setup where NiP decided to open that door so that Forrest could peer through, but
It could be a strategy as well. But now look, oh no, they're actually not moving up. They still don't have a lot of information in NiP, and towards the middle, Semphis, who's making the calls, he's going to be walking through. Get Right is in a great spot. This should be an easy kill for him, and he's going to walk just as he does. No. Semphis takes it down. Expert timing. And now it's on Freiburg.
And Freiburg is right there. He decides to peek out just like Get Right did, and he gets eliminated in one and the same. So now it's going to be left up to Exist and Forest on this rotate. And finally, I haven't heard that in a long time. Bomb getting planted here for compLexity as Semphis shuts down Exist. And it's going to be left up to Forest. Forest going to spray back through that garage. He must have X-ray on.
Yeah, almost, right? Very nearly took down nothing. He's going to flash his way back to take a peek, and now he's running in a 1-on-3. He's going to get taken down. Sean Gers gets the double kill in that round, and that will be finally a round for compLexity. And one, I think they basically got this round because NiP were playing so defensively that even though the whole of the compLexity squad was here, except for Semphis, who was the one guy walking through here, everyone else was over by the B-bomb site, and NiP had no clue. They had no one spotting middle, they had no one spotting over by the A-bomb site, so they were in the dark completely.
They were completely distracted by a blue door.
Yeah, pretty much.
As right now we can see the same setup as we have been before, getting boosted over the top though. Look at that, he got boosted inside of mid. That is Nothing, who's just looking for a push-up through that smoke. They are boosting over the top. Semphis is going to be right there, causing so much damage, able to take down Forest. Now they know, as you can see now, Nothing was spamming to try to be able to pick him off while he was rotating back. So a good setup. Not only the fact that Semphis was peering over the top there from that white truck, but you also had Nothing that was playing close by.
And you got to give some credit to Semphis on this one, because when you do the same thing for 7 rounds,
very good point.
Yeah, eventually you grow tired of it. You think it's not worth it for me to stand here for the first 20 seconds of each round, and this time it was worth it. They get the opening kill on Forest, and then it's worth it. Very nicely done, and great patience as well.
Probably shouldn't gamble though. You don't want to double down over and over again because then you'll lose your money. But in this case, it was a perfect bet for him.
Yeah. Now they're just trading a lot. And Get Right with the AWP, which is very rare for us to see, is now single-handedly defending the bomb site. He's going to pick up the one. That's the bomb down. He can make the call. Freiburg is rushing to try and help him here. And Get Right's hiding in the smoke. Look how smart he is. Freiburg takes the 1 kill. Now it's going to be on Hiko.
Hiko pushing back around. He gives away his position. He's been spotted. Headshot there by Hiko. Going to be 20 seconds left in the round. He knows exactly. He heard where those bullets were hitting. So you can see the setup. He's trying to get that bomb planted at the very edge. 12 seconds. Still going to challenge here. Hiko peers around. He misses the opportunity there as Freiburg finishes things off. Great job by Get Right, slowing down that A push, allowing Freiburg enough time.
Yeah, that was so close, but a really great victory for Freiburg. Just when they needed it. 7-2 here in compLexity. They have, I don't know, their economy is really scattered at the moment. They are going to force it up anyway. They feel like it's worth it. 2 AKs, 1 Galil, 2 CZ75s. They're on the less favored side. They have that going on. So 6-2 is not as bad as it seems, but they still need to win more than 2 rounds here.
Looks like we're back to that setup where they have 1 player inside of Vent. That's Flaren on a quick transfer there towards both the B-bomb site and inside of mid. Be on lookout for a player to be over there towards connector to quickly rotate there for A. So again, they're back to that quick rotation setup that we see here. Semphis does get naded. Get Right says, I'm done with your stuff. I'm going to go ahead and throw this nade over. And he bails out of there. Still, again, this is a setup that we're seeing. Still taking some time. We have 2 players there for compLexity that do have CZs. And 3 guns there for the rest of the compLexity squad.
Oh, Hiko with the opening kill. That's a big opening. And another one comes in. Finally, Forrest with the reply. Goes for a double, and he's going to take down Semphis as well. But that might be enough right now for Flaren. If he pushes through here, he might just go down. He's going to get the 1 kill. And now it's Sean and Nothing left. 2 on 3. They need to get that bomb down. That's the priority right now.
Good job by Flaren, not challenging right after, because it would be a difficult hold from that point. So he's going to regroup with his teammates. And you can see that the bomb is now going to get planted here down to this 3-on-2. They've got you got Flaren, who does wrap all the way back around towards the T side. Now it's going to be left up to Sean Gers. They know exactly where he's at. He's going to try to make something happen here. Going back and forth, holding an angle. Nice shot there through the box, and he will get taken down. He almost figured out a way to be able to pick up the round 6, make that 7-2 now in favor of NiP.
Well, both those shots from Sean were absolutely godlike, so that shows you why he's the the AWP on the team. When it really counts, you can rely on him to do that. 7-2 here, but NiP losing a lot of members. I mean, this is incredible, Corey. In spite of the fact that they're 5 rounds up, look at their money. $50 on Forest, 1,000 on 5th round. It's not looking great.
Did you happen to take a screenshot of the scoreboard from the previous game?
Oh, if only I did. I mean, I probably did eventually. There are a lot of screenshots.
Well, what I'm curious about is where Sean Gares lies, especially the fact that he's now no longer the in-game leader. He used to be a hellacious opper in Counter-Strike 1.6. My curiosity lies, is he back to his true form of being just a raw killer or raw slayer for his team, opposed to having to really focus on the strats and everything there? It's just a curiosity, because right now he has 6 kills in this round thus far.
Yeah, he's looking really good at the moment. We'll have to see. This is going to be a push towards the A-bomb side for compLexity. 3 Galils, and they open up with 1 kill there. C-set 75 for Anger, and now it's on Forest, but the backup is here so quick for NiP.
Freiburg hasn't rotated yet. Now he will, as soon as the bomb has fallen, and you can see that Get Right's watching that crossover there.
He is, but the bomb is going to go down. It's a 3-on-4 retake, and compLexity should be able to hold on to this. I think this is going to be very hard for NiP to try and retake this site.
Still taking their time, boosted over the top of the catwalk. They're all watching a lot of the same angles, but they're not watching one spot. That's going to be Fulflaren, who takes down nothing over there towards the forklift as they're answering back. Now down to a 3-on-2. Pushing right on through. Simphis picks up the last 2 there, plus the Hiko kill at the very end. And so now it's 7-3. Now where is compLexity's mindset at this point? We'll listen in.
Jordan, you want the old Colt? Give me an 8K.
It's 187.
Actually, I'll on my own.
Yeah, it's 7 this boys.
They should be broke here. They should be broke here. We killed 4 2 rounds in a row.
Hey,
That's fine. I'll boost me and then go back.
So absolutely critical information we heard right there. compLexity are under the impression that NiP is going to be ecoing at this point, which obviously we can see they're not. And
oh, you're kidding! Turn it off, nothing.
That was a sick kill right through the smoke, catching Get Right. So guns or no guns, we do that, it doesn't even matter.
Don't even have to know, we'll just continue to spray. As, again, just being an average, or not being going through the motions of just shooting, it's just muscle memory. And right now, I still don't know if compLexity has figured out that they really did buy, is because they are just dropping one by one, and now Forest picking up the first kill, they do have 2 kills at this point.
And now look at this. Sean has actually cleared the whole of the A-bomb side. He realized nobody's there, so he just made the call. He's going to spray and get the kill. Double for him. 7-4. And now NiP have no choice anymore in the matter. They are going to have to eco, and that could make it 7-5. I mean, compLexity are on their way to a very good first half at this point.
You can see NiP there on your screen.
I don't know who. I mean, this has turned into a very interesting first half.
And just for reference, that's the iBuy Power Squad that's over in your right. They're setting up for the next game to follow here. I apologize, that's the compLexity team. I'm so used to Anger to be...
It's true, it's very confusing to me.
My bad, Todd. So yes, that is the compLexity squad over on your right side.
We'll see.
See how they're all set up and where everything lies. 7-4 right now in favor of NiP.
And look at the gamble they've made here as well, Corey. They've just said, all right, Freiburg, it's your job taking out the B-bomb site, and every one of us is going to be at A. Actually, Get Right, sort of checking out the middle, but mainly they've stacked up at the A-bomb site here with just pistols.
Sense,
yeah, I mean, they got to do something, right?
Yeah, as you set over there for the A side, it's usually a little bit easier to set up for the crossfire. You might be able to have an easier retake towards the B side. In the end of the day, it's pretty difficult. And it also, remember, it panned out for them in the second round whenever they were able to take them down towards that A bomb site. So maybe they're hoping for the same thing here.
This time it's not working out at all. Get Right trying to do some damage. Very nearly takes down Sean, but that's not enough. Freiburg now is going to be able to backstab somebody, but actually no, Hiko with an AWP waiting weirdly in the T-spawn.
What?
I have no idea.
Does that op get dropped? Let's see.
I think he had it from the beginning of the round, so I think he's going to stay with it.
Let's see where he goes. I want to stay with him and see exactly what position he's watching. Maybe he is watching the same position that he has been. That angle over there towards the B side.
Yeah.
And he has a teammate that's that ruined everything. He's done.
They're gonna
he's frustrated too. He's knifing walls.
Nothing is going to be in charge of running back, picking up the bomb here. Yeah, and it's going to get smoked off as well. But still, I think this is a pretty good pickoff, or a pretty good pickup.
It's the right angle to watch.
Yeah. It's worth it.
It's exactly what you're supposed to be doing with an op to watch that quick angle. You either try to get that mid pick, but that's so in the past now with that op. You're really trying to get that pick over there towards the B side and really, yeah, so you can see Hiko, he's just going to continue to hold that angle all throughout the round now.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. Sad he had enough.
I really want him to stay there just in case anyone from NiP does decide to go forward and peek. Because, I mean, NiP need information. Look how far back on the map they are everywhere. And that's the problem, is that once the pick happens, if Exist goes down, if Forest goes down, the rush is going to happen instantly from compLexity, and they won't know it until it's too late.
Yeah, here comes the smokes over the top, kind of slowing things, trying to force them into certain angles. Forced over the top, he's going to get taken down. And there is Exist. Exist, he's got to play lights out. And he's dropped 3 so far. Can he do it again? He's looking for that secondary ace. He'll finally get dropped. And now it's going to be left up to Anger, down to a 1v2.
This is difficult. The bomb is all the way up, so he's going to have to go and pick up the bomb first, and then, well, he needs a kill before you can do that. I think he's going to be walking out. Freiburg is right on the corner, and he's got the timing to spot Anger.
I don't even believe he got shot at. He still decided to turn on him and shoot. Now 10 seconds left here in the round. He will get that bomb planted. Fire over the top, and he will get dropped there by Freiburg.
Yeah.
And that'll slow them down. He may not be able to get the defuse. Oh, no. I'm just kidding. All right, we're good.
That'd be funny. That's actually when I first saw that there was Molotovs in Global Offensive. That was the first thing I thought. All right, that's what's going to happen. Someone's going to put down the bomb.
A 5-man.
Yeah, just, you know, grenading the bomb from a distance, just making sure no one can ever defuse. Luckily, it hasn't turned out that way.
Well, and initially, whenever we had the Molotov or the fire or the incendiary grenade, we could throw it over walls, we could throw it long distances, and I think that's where things changed. If we still had the capability to throw it over walls and throw it for long distances, I think we would run into situations like that.
Very likely happen. Well, very likely happen.
But good thing is, we don't have to deal with that.
No, that'd be painful. But now look at this. A lot of money still in compLexity, even losing that round. It's 8-5 here, and even if they lose this upcoming round, they'll still be able to buy for the final one. Nothing in the middle going down to get right, and they're going to try and push the A bomb side once again, it seems.
Nice little spray battle going back and forth between that blue door. Fire over the top. Exists, challenging, but Anger, another great entry. Make that 3 coming in for Anger, and that's his whole job. That's his whole position of what he's supposed to do. Todd is so effective in getting those entry kills. His reactions are so quick.
Yeah, so 2 of the compLexity members are kind of low on health. NiP can still take this round, but it's going to be tough. Freiburg pushing up here. Hiko's got a great angle.
Nice
That's
nade.
1 grenade. Now it's back into a 2-on-2. They are taking damage. Freiburg dropping very low. Hiko gets the 1, keeps spraying it out. So 1-on-1. McLaren goes down.
Wow,
and Sean
close.
is going to pick up the kill. Now 8-6 here. And I don't think NiP can buy. I mean, they're going to have to buy. It's the final round of the half coming up, Corey. But this is very close now.
Let's look at how the half has played out so far while we still have this time here. So we've got, that was 5 rounds in a row that happened at one point, and then we had an exchange. So yeah, you can see that compLexity in the first part of this half, or the first quarter, if you will, was all NiP, and then they finally started to turn things up. And they're going to try their best to make this 8-7. And with NiP on just a mixed buy, it may happen right now.
This is very cool, isn't it? There's 1 Mag 7 on Get Right, and everyone else just has a pistol. He's going to smoke off. Oh, nothing is right there. But he's not committing to it. And now...
Oh, no. Uh-oh, look out. He does have an AK now.
It's not enough.
He did cause a lot of damage, though, and Simphis, even though he's lower on health, he's still being reckless. He's able to pick up 2 in the round. Down to a 3-on-3. 5-7's in. They may be able to hold this, and now it's going to be look up. It's down to Hiko. Down to a 1-on-3. Spraying away, picks up 2, and a nice little bailout there. There's going to be down to this 1-on-1, but he's so low on health. Oh, no.
Oh, that was an absolutely critical round. That could have been 8-7. compLexity being behind 1 round instead, but this is...
Are you kidding?
Oh my god. They walked right into the 1 bomb side where NiP had, 2 people stacked up in the back then. That was a big throwaway by compLexity. I'm not sure they could have known that. We obviously knew with the X-ray and everything else. That was a bit of a shame. And Hiko almost brought it back with that great spray. It wasn't enough.
So one of the things that we had talked about before, that was a good setup there inside of that B bomb site. Freiburg and Flaren were watching on the backside of that B side, team shooting. And of course with pistols, what better way to win rounds is by shooting at the same opponent. And right there you could see where Freiburg and Foflaren set up in the back. They were able to hold it down and shut them down one by one. Good crossfire, good team shooting, and really making things happen there. Of course, you had things started off by Get Right with that Mag 7 to pick up one, but cause a lot of damage to the secondary player, Simphis. And really, you kind of saw it go back and forth. But really, you can't have that happen for compLexity. You need to win that next round. Maybe they thought they had it in the bag, knowing that their economy was broken at that point.
I think
sometimes sometimes it hurts you having that type of intel. You play a little bit more, not necessarily passive, but having the already knowing that, hey, we're going to win this round.
Yeah.
And sometimes that goes against you.
And I think maybe that's one of the things actually that's been working really well for compLexity so far. It's just the idea that they came into this match, I think, expecting to lose to NiP. Because I spoke to Hiko earlier on and he said, you know, Anders, don't bet your skins on us. Which obviously was a bit of a joke, but still, I think it reveals a little bit about how compLexity feel about themselves. So they might have got into this match just with no pressure at all. Just, you know, came here to have fun as friends and play, you know, as well as they could. Whereas NiP, obviously, you know, winning DreamHack Summer, they probably have a little bit more pressure on them to perform here and they've traveled all the way from Europe as well. You don't want to travel this far and then not perform well.
What's crazy about this team, compLexity, is they've got some really, really impressive players. And all individual talents, they've all had some really good backstories to their names. But what we've seen lately from this team probably is the fact that they just don't have a chance to play as often as they need to, or talking in terms of like major tournaments, to really play to what their full potential, what they could be at this point. This team is something to look out for, though, if they really are all playing at their top-notch abilities. Anger with a nice start, though. He's going to get taken down, though, quickly behind Get Right.
And look at all this smoke going on. Simphis is actually alone. That smoke's so good for NiP, and they do come out on top right now. 2 on 3. Nothing has to fall back and wait for backup. He's got to wait for Hiko to show up. Otherwise, it just isn't worth it. The bomb is going to go down, but Get Right so low on health. One click on him is going to be all it takes.
He does have a 5-7 and a decoy. And so he's going to toss out that decoy. Going to push up now and see if he can be able to pull off this 1v3 no kit.
Oh, there's the one. He's almost going to get another one, but time is running out. He's got the kit. He's going to have to run and try and find Exist here. He's got 12 bullets. There's the one peek. They got to go and find him here. He's chasing Shadow, but it's not going to be enough. Exist will take him down, and that's Exist with another triple kill. He's on 21 kills for almost the first half of this game. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, Rich is playing extremely well throughout this entire series so far, hoping that his teammates can kind of help him out throughout this long haul. And right now, as we take a look at the board, you can see that even Forrest and Foflaren, as well as Freiburg, sitting at 10 kills here throughout these past 16 rounds. So each one of them really just wanting to step up to help out their leader, help out Exist. And taking a look at this setup here, I'm kind of curious where they're going. They will get boosted up on top. It's an interesting way to get over there.
Yeah, because you can just boost up right in front of him, but obviously that means if someone was watching.
Yep.
I'm liking this. This is fun times. But then
getting creative.
Oh, Simphis. I'd want Simphis to move closer to B right now and just leave these two people here.
Good spot now. Simphis going to go ahead and move over there. Heard your call out.
Yeah, good job, Simphis. I think that makes a lot more sense, because if this works, it's going to work really well. They're going to get, you know, 2 or 3 or more kills, but if it doesn't work, if they're going to go somewhere else, they might as well have 3 people over here. So I think this is the smarter choice right now.
Same thing again what we talked about with Freiburg and Foflaren. We've got some team shooting. Hiko, though, he's waiting. He's not going to peer around. Nothing is definitely going to be in a tough situation now. Wrapping back around. There goes the bomb carrier. Pushing back in. He tried to cause a little bit more damage that he could. There's going to be Simphis with the CZ. Peeking back out. Needs a reload, though.
He has no bullets.
He's out of complete ammo. He's going to go back towards CT spawn. And actually picks it up. His teammate is going to go back to spawn to pick up a new weapon here.
All
and
right.
actually, he's able to drop him another one. Good guy, Sean Gares there. Actually, no, he's not a good guy.
No, they can't find it.
This is just silly. The fact that he's having to go all the way back to spawn, having to pick up a USP. Oh, you're kidding me.
They're gonna make a run
that
for it.
Is just
the right
silly.
Call. That's the right call. It's very sad because I think they might have had a chance to actually do that, but I think it's the right idea.
Did he pick back up a CZ? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're gonna save, you might as well save the CZ that you didn't have ammo for. So there you go, Valve. You actually worked out perfectly. He did use all of his ammo for that round.
Look at that. 2 NiP members dying with full rifles. Forrest could have died too. They miscalculated how far the bomb radius is. That makes a huge difference. This is really critical. NiP, in spite of having won the pistol round in the next round here, compLexity, they saved 3 armors and CSET 75s. This could be a huge, this could be a really big turnaround.
That round hurt them so bad. They actually have to buy Galil's going into this round to get head armor.
Yep, that's what it's down to.
Oh my. Just that miscalculation again. It's just that prep. You expect to know. You just expect certain bomb radiuses to go off in certain areas. I mean, there's like for instance the DE Inferno. That's evolved over time where you used to be able to hide into pit. And so right now you can see what they're doing here. See if whether or not it was that big of a round and dying to the bomb. But so far it doesn't seem to be the case.
No, they're doing just fine this round. Forrest obviously picking up a triple kill. Hiko gonna run out. We'll go down to McLaren,
Really
and that's a very good bounce back from NiP. That's actually the sort of round they desperately needed after losing 4 members in the other round. 12-6 here. NiP now doubling the round score of compLexity, but this is the first time that the American team can actually pick up rifles here in the second half, so we'll see if that's going to change anything.
So 6 rounds here in favor of NiP. It'll be the first actual gun round we'll see here for. Already starting off the round with a lot of spamming involved here. Simpis looking over the top, making sure that they don't boost. And Forrest able to shut down Simpis, and nothing's going to fall as well.
Forrest just running and gunning here. Sean trying to see if he can stop him finally. He's down to 30 HP, and there's the shot, but right afterwards, it doesn't even matter. Get right with the kill. Now Anger and Hiko left. And this is not good for compLexity.
No, they need to start picking up rounds. They definitely needed to pick up one of the first few rounds to start this game off. Immediately going down 12-6. It's right there. You've got Anger able to take down Exists, taking complete advantage of that that spherical smoke that they have.
Bomb is definitely going to go down here. The question is if Anger can get one more kill, that might just be what they need. 2-on-3 now, insane. A 2-on-2.
And right now it is back down to a 2-on-2. He's trying to narrow it down to a 2-on-1, but he takes a little bit more damage than what he dealt out.
Maybe Hiko can sort of get tagged in here, see if they can... yeah, exactly. Now it's Hiko. He's got 100 HP. That bomb ticking away, and they don't have a kit picked up, so they need to move much faster than this right now. They're going to have to put some speed on it, otherwise it's not even going to work out. Flash comes out, NiP trying to delay as much as they can, and I think it's too late actually. compLexity, they should have been much faster here. One goes down, Hiko, holds down Maz 1, but it's not enough. That was really cool though. If he had got that kill, that would have been the kill of the century. Freiburg survives the round, but it's another, I mean, the silver lining for compLexity is they do a lot of economic damage to NiP, but they needed to win this round, I think.
No, there's no question that compLexity, they needed that round just to kind of put everything back into contention here. But right now you can see they're deciding, hey, we need to try to pull this one off now. And you can see that they've decided to go full out and buy what they could. You've got nothing with the Mag 7. He's going to try to pull off that same situation that Get Right was able to do to them. But this time, he's actually going to be over here inside of Vince trying to get boosted up by his teammate here.
Somebody's
trying to, but that actually, Hiko, luckily, still able to pick up that kill. But now they know for a fact that nothing is inside of the Vince.
Yeah, and Hiko's kind of weirdly trapped here, because if he falls back, there's one grenade down to 33, and if he falls back, they're just waiting for him. So smart thing for him is to just try and wait it out.
No reason.
Yeah, not much he could really do there. That was really a weird situation. Now, it's on nothing. Are you ready, Corey?
So nothing still inside of the events, and it looks like they're not paying attention to him any longer. Yep. And he's going to go ahead and push up, picks up one, just around the corner, make that two, both of them. Full headshots. He's going to wrap back around, picks up a third one, and now it's going to be left up to Forrest. So nothing with the Mag 7 going to town, and now it's going to be down to this 3-on-1 against Forrest.
Yeah, that was some really sexy Counter-Strike coming out from Jordan. Then now Forrest, 30 seconds left, can be near impossible, and Sean will take him down. So big turnaround here for compLexity, 7-13, and now we'll try and listen into compLexity.
Just wanna.
That got me that first
I hit a gun if I can. The only rounds they've won are just because we never saw what they did.
And we've lost both pistols.
Basically, yeah.
We lost the eco.
Yeah.
Watch
Gun
for
rounds
the,
were winning.
watch
so
for their
this-
pistol strat.
Alright, so they're really trying to figure out how much money NiP has. That was the whole conversation, okay? We won the pistol, then we lost the next one. What happens after that? What's their economy like? Obviously a big part of the game here, and I think compLexity have a pretty good grip on it right now.
Well, of course, they also get the chance to hear early in the round where NiP is already spamming AKs. And so right now you can start off ESEA able to take down Nothing. Of course, Nothing was a pivotal moment there in that previous round.
Yeah.
So he's already been taken out.
I really wish compLexity would have just one round where they throw in a little bit of aggression. Seeing Semphis here, I really wish he would push up even more. Freiburg spotted him, and Semphis going to take a peek once again. He's being shot through the box and eventually will fall back, but they're playing very passively here. Sean actually comes out on top of that one, but they're still boxed in.
And just getting caught out in the open with his grenade. And back around, there goes Exist. He's been able to pick up two. Here comes Freiburg, and that bomb site is completely clear now. And left up to Hiko down to this 1-on-4.
Yeah, best case scenario for Hiko is getting a bunch of exit frags here and then saving the AK, but he's actually, I don't know, trying to hide in the most unlikely spot.
He's got to worry about getting flanked here for a second. Now he gets pushed back. Oh, you're ridiculous! As he picks up two quickly, and now we're at a 1v2 with a lot of time left. Well,
this can't
a lot of
happen.
time being about 15 seconds.
He's going to get taken down as he jumps. That was a really brave effort and shows you something about the skills on Hiko right there. That was incredible, but it's not enough. 14-7 is going to be the score, and there's not much money on, not a lot of money on compLexity. So, I think there are a lot of maps that are better suited for CT aggression, like Mirage. I would push one of the maps that's really good at pushing. But, I mean, this door over here, if you push up and there's no T covering it, once you get to this spot right here, you get so much information. Even if you see nobody, you'll know almost where the rest of the team is by then. So I wish they would do that every once in a while, mostly because everything else they've been doing here hasn't been working so well.
There's only one downside to that type of situation. Now, pushing in towards lockers, that's going to help you out a lot more.
Yeah.
But whenever you push over there towards the blue door, if any attack happens over there towards the B-bomb site, the time to rotate is like a lifetime.
Yeah.
And the same situation kind of happens if you decide to push through B. This time Sean Gare says it's my turn with the Mag 7 over there towards Vince. But they're about to collapse there over there towards that A side here in just a second. But as we hopped on board, we saw Forrest on the flank. He'd go right there. They're not going to know he's right there. He's actually going to be right there over the top. Finishes him off. Now it's going to be left up to Anger, who got that early intel but never did anything with it.
Oh, takes down another one, but it's a 1-on-3 here with no kit, no more grenades. Well, he picks up one right then. This is looking like it's going to be map point for NiP. 15-7 here. I don't know. I feel like compLexity just had a really hard time since they lost that second round. I mean, they won the pistol round of the first half. If they could have kept fighting from there, if they could have got the only 3 rounds,
oh wow,
could have been a different game. That's a sick shot.
Down to a 1-on-2 now. He knows where one of the other players is going to be. He's not. You can't tell Todd that he's down, and this round is over. They do plant in a really good spot there in the backside of that corner. Going to set up for a nade over there, tossing it out there. He's going to take so much damage and finishing off. Great job by NiP, setting up the perfect plant for their type of situation. Anger still making an attempt because he knows that compLexity's life is on the line.
Yeah, I think he should have gone for it then as well. I mean, if he had done that 1-on-3, it would have been an incredible moment. And then, who knows? They could have ridden the wave back. You know, they could have just rode that wave back and actually won the game maybe. But not in that situation. And you know, the grenade to follow from Exist was obviously beautiful. Now we're 8 rounds into the second half, and the score is 15-7, looking really good for NiP to actually tie the map score 1-1.
And not in the form that we thought it was going to happen.
No.
I would expect NiP to take the first map, impossibly compLexity to take the second map on Cash. But as we can tell right now, that's just not being the case. Anger going to be pushed up here, and he's caused a lot of damage to Freiburg, making the call. I believe he probably spotted 2 out of that exchange. They're going to be Semphis. Semphis showing Freiburg how to utilize that deagle. As he's picked up one, he'll be down to a 4-on-3 now as Semphis falls.
Yeah, bomb goes down, a lot of grenades on NiP, and there's Sean to follow. So NiP, dangerously close to doing this. It's going to be down to Jordan, and he is going to fall. Triple kill from Forrest, and NiP take the second map here.
Yeah, so overall, throughout that game, NiP was playing extremely well, working together throughout the matchup, and really it comes back to some of those entries that Forrest was able to pick up working there. A really good, crucial round there by Get Right with that Mag 7 there inside of mid. We're talking strictly about the first half. Then from then on out, they had complete control in the second half.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like if compLexity hadn't lost that second round in the first half, it could have been a very different game. It looked like it was very close, and if you try and think about how many rounds there were after that, where NiP only had a few members left alive, even though they won the round, so their economy would have been so much worse if they had lost the first 3 rounds. It could have been. I mean, it might have still been NiP winning because they did win with a fairly big margin here, but I think it could have been a lot closer. So I don't know. compLexity, they looked a little bit weak on cash, but I think it was closer than the score seemed.
Now, NiP, they really started to pick things up as well. We were giving a lot of pressure there onto Get Right and what he was doing there in the first half of the first map. But this go-around, Get Right started to pick up some speed and really started to play what he was done. But again, give it back to Exist. Rich has just been playing great, both in the first map and in this second map. Can he continue into the third map? That's going to take us to DE Dust 2. We're all tied up 1-1 right now. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you register for Season 17 for ESEA. We've got a Premier Division that's being opened up in North America, a main division there in the European side, and it's going to be for over $90,000, so stick around. We'll check out some of these good commercials, but we have map number 3, DE Dust 2, NiP compLexity. This is how we start off the tournament. We'll find out after the break.